the time of recording, last week we witnessed the season finale of Amazon Prime's top series, The Boys. Like previous finales and episodes, it was over the top, dramatic, and filled with a lot of hard right turns. And most of all, gore. Oh my god, the gore. The amount of blood that was on the screen is kind of normal for The Boys, but it still never ceases to surprise me. If you're watching this video, you've most likely already seen the season finale, but if you haven't, I do recommend you give it a watch because this episode will have major spoilers, especially the ending. Still here? Well then, let's get right into the post-credit scenes now, shall we? But hey, if you're still here and you haven't seen the season finale, hey, your fault. I warned you.
Fab Five Freddy told me everybody's fly. DJ's spinning, I said my.
Yup, that's right. Motherfucking Soldier Boy in season 5, baby! Now this comes as no surprise, as to some fans they've already been speculating and theorizing that Soldier Boy would return in season 5, and last week's season basically confirms that we will be seeing him in season 5. Yeah, that's right, round 2, Soldier Boy vs Homelander, the rematch. Run them hands, Blondie! Now let's not forget the grudge this dude has on Butcher as well, because remember, Butcher turned on our boy Dean motherfucking Winchester to protect his wife's son, also known as Homelander II.
Oi, Huey! Homelander done killed me wife and took me bloody son. Womp womp.
It was evident in season 3, Soldier Boy can hold a massive grudge, meaning we might get a triple threat match with Butcher, Homelander, and Soldier Boy. But due to Butcher having a V'd up Negan cancer running the show and calling the shots, which is another topic for another episode, maybe today's episode, you don't know that? We actually might get a banger of a series finale. Now, if you were paying attention, I mentioned Jensen Ackles' previous and what I feel like is the most iconic role in his career. That's right, the dense, womanizing Giga Chad that is known as Dean will shoot if provoked Winchester from Supernaturals. If you're a longtime fan of the actor, you'd know that Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Jensen Ackles, along with a handful of other actors from The Boys, were also a part of the show Supernaturals. The show ran for 15 seasons and had a cult-like following while it was still on the air. And to this day, you can say that the influence of the show is still really strong with its fans. Just ask Roanoke Gaming and his 1967 Impala. Now, fans of The Boys, me included, have been praying to the film gods and spamming hashtag release Supernatural The Boys Cut all over the internet to get a long-awaited reunion of the Winchester family. Because if we've already got 2 major actors for the Winchesters, what's one more? The actor of Sam Winchester, also known as Jared Padalecki, that is a mouthful, I will be calling him Sam Winchester from now on, has stated that if he was to cameo or play a role in The Boys, he has one condition. Give him time to work on his body, as some fans of the show who have been keeping up with his whereabouts already know that Sam has grown a dad bod, as he is a father of 3 kids, which I love for him. Now, he's already stated that he'd be down to play a role in the show if they meet this condition, which, by the way, fucking awesome. We're actually getting the Supernatural reunion in season 5, most likely, and they're all V'd up. Oh god, dude, imagine the fights. But hype aside, what character would he play? Now this is where it gets a little MatPat-y, Roanoke Gaming-y, crackhead type film theory nerd stuff. So, as we all know, Soldier Boy is a direct parody of Captain America. The show Soldier Boy, not the comic Soldier Boy because I refuse to talk about that. We all know Captain America has his fair share of partners. There's the Falcon, who later becomes Captain America alongside Steve in the comics, and is currently getting another movie called New World Order originally, I think it was, or Brave New World, I can't remember. New World Order sounds way better, by the way, but skip over that tangent real quick. And another fan favorite, in my opinion, the Winter Soldier. For y'all that don't know, the Winter Soldier, also known as Bucky Barnes, was Captain America's best friend since childhood and partner in fighting in the war, up until he fell to his death in the movie and/or blew up on a rocket in the comics. He was later found by Hydra and given the same super soldier serum Steve got, but got his left arm replaced by a metal one because apparently falling off a train doesn't kill you, it only takes out one of your arms. He's then programmed to become their personal killing machine in Russia. Thus, he's dubbed the Winter Soldier. He does get redeemed when he meets Steve later in the 21st century, but that is a topic for another video in the future. Don't worry, I'll actually be talking about that. I do recommend you go back and watch the Captain America movies in the MCU, or read up on their comics. They're actually really cool. But, do you see where I'm going with this? Since Soldier Boy is a direct parody of Cap, it only makes sense to bring Sam Winchester in as a direct parody of the Winter Soldier. Now, I know they already sorta did this in like season 3 with Gunpowder, but come on, there's absolutely no way that is a parody of Bucky. With Dean being the strongest soup in the boys verse, John being a V'd up parasitic hallucination in Butcher's head, it only makes sense to have Sam play what I think should be a more ruthless, bloodthirsty, and psychotic version of the Winter Soldier. Since Soldier Boy was already on ice when he was given to the Russians, the show can run it two ways. A, they can have Sam be the key dude to sell him out to the Russians like what they did in season 3 with the rest of his team, making him another dude that Soldier Boy hates, which is going to probably result in a fatal 4-way, who knows, it's all gonna depend on the writers. Or B, being the reason why Soldier Boy was in Russia in the first place. Now again, my season 3 knowledge is a bit foggy and I'm running on pure hype and theories right now. But what if Sam Winchester was actually the only person Soldier Boy, also known as Dean Winchester, actually cared about in his team? Because the writers can say that they were practically brothers. See what I did there? They could have been equals, just as powerful, just different personalities. There are endless possibilities on how the writers and how the overall director can spin Sam into Dean's Winter Soldier. I can already hear the comments about how bizarre that would be and how such of a sudden pivot to add him into the series this late. But considering that it's the boys and the show is well known for its twists and turns and most likely its surprises as well, this actually might not be too far off. Oh, but Greg, we're almost to the series finale. I don't think they have enough time to build up a parody of the Winter Soldier in such a short limited time. Well, to be fair, it is a new season and we haven't seen any trailers yet and there has not been any tease of what the story is going to be about. Most likely they're going to play on the White House scene in the comics where Butcher basically tries to raid the White House full of soups with a virus that was developed, which was already seen in this season. But I feel like they've already changed so much from the comics. Why not add another soup into the mix? This time being Soldier Boy's long-lost best friend from the war and have them wreak absolute havoc on the modern-day soups. Not to mention, could you imagine them jumping Homelander along with Billy Butcher? That is a sight to see. Not only will we have what feels like an awesome fight scene of having, say, a Captain America parody and Bucky parody having jump a Superman clone. Basically, imagine the scene from Civil War where Bucky and Captain America were jumping Iron Man, but instead of Iron Man, it's fucking Superman. That would be a sight to see. As previously stated in this video, the actor for Sam Winchester is already down to play a role in The Boys. It all comes down to the writers and the director on how they want Sam to enter the Boys verse and reunite with his V'd up and cracked out family. Without a doubt, they're already planning the reunion, with the actor basically confirming that they're already gonna be on the show. We just have to trust in the writers and director on how they're going to pivot that finale and include Sam Winchester for one final hurrah of the Winchesters and jumping the absolute shit out of Homelander. Overall, I think Sam Winchester as the boys' version of the Winter Soldier makes sense, because it would be a fitting end to have the V'd up Winchesters go absolutely ham on Homelander in what I think would be an awesome homage to not only the Supernatural fanbase, but an awesome finale to an otherwise amazing show. But that's all I got for you in today's video. What are your thoughts on the supernatural reunion on The Boys? Let me know down in the comments below. Now I know I haven't posted in over half a year or so. Do keep in mind that I still am in college, but I'm in my last year and it is my term break, so I'll definitely have enough time to kill, and so I'll probably get more videos out for you guys while I'm not too busy during this term break. Now, don't worry, I do have big plans for this channel. Just wait and see. Thank you guys for supporting me throughout all of this time. I know my channel has been stagnant, but hey, I promise it's gonna be better in the future. If you enjoyed, leaving a like would be awesome, and subscribing will keep you updated on the latest cult news. That's all from your boy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.